download this. Okay, and let me do this. Okay, so let me read the question. It's an intermediate and hard side. Okay, this should be the same.
I think it is.
Assuming. You do have working solution. Yeah. Okay. So a company is developing a new list of shuffling algorithm. All right, where each shuffle involves following a number of steps. There's 3 types of steps demonstrating on the list. So A, B, C, D, E, and then rotate and make an element move from the end to the beginning of the list. So rotate 3 would be, so you're putting the last 3 object to the front. Okay, cool. And then swap and then is swapping those two, swapping 0 and ew. Swapping 0. 3 would be swapping A, and 3 is D, right? So it's D, B, C. Okay, that makes sense. Exchange X, Y. What's the difference? Swaps the element X and Y. So, so element as in the real content. Okay, so swap BE would be swap B and E. Okay, cool. So starting with that 3-step shuffling would be rotation 1, swap 3, 4, exchange EB, which would result in that. Cool. Write a function shuffle that takes in a list of string and a list of steps, and apply the shuffling algorithm. You may assume that the list does not contain duplicate element. Cool. You may also assume that the indices in the step is not out of bound. Cool. And an element reference will exist. Okay, to be shuffled. Steps. Shuffle. Oh my god. Oh my god, this involves parsing. Dang. I'm not cool with that.
It's okay.
So doing the steps would return this. Okay. So the actual steps of real shuffling function. Should I read the last 2 first, and then before I start coding on the first one? Or would you rather prefer?
Either way, whatever you prefer.
Okay, let me just read this.
Yeah, go
so
for it.
I have my back of my brain to
Absolutely.
work on it. The actual steps of real shuffling function is much more complicated, as given in the data file. You are happy to, if you apply that, what's the resulting list? Okay, cool. You are not convinced that this shuffling algorithm is quite as random as AMP 1 billion times. That is, your second shuffle would start with the result from question 2. The third shuffle from the result of that, and so on. What's the list after billions of shuffles? Oh my god, more than a minute or 2. Okay. Brush this. This, can you not take I don't know. Okay. So, if I can do this, and this will be helpful. Right, so...
Wow. That was fancy.
Okay, so...
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. So there are 3 kinds of shuffling. So I'm thinking about writing those 3 functions separately. That later, when I parse those steps, I can parse that and then take the argument into the function.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can write def rotate, and then take in the argument of rotation times, which is n, well, rotation times and then I can say so. And I also need to take in the list, right? So if I get a list, I want the last thing. So for I int range times, right? For those times, I want the last thing to be the first thing. So I want to grab the last thing, which is, oh my god, length of the list. I need to, length of the list. The length of the list. Should be like the size. Wait, so, so the last thing's index should be length of the list minus 1. So I'll say like list length minus 1 to be like the last thing, and then I want to insert it as in the first position. List dot insert. I'm not sure that's how it works. In 0 position, if that's correct.
I don't know Python, so I don't know.
Oh, right. That's a problem. Okay, let's assume that's correct.
That should work though, yeah.
Yeah. So you see
yes,
how
I see
approaching
your logic, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am grabbing the last thing into the first thing n times, and then return the list. And then I'm going to write my second function, which is called swap. It is taking the list, it's taking the first index, and then the second index. IDX is better. Right, and then so I'm swapping those two. Wait, so 3 and 4 is like, it's like index 3 and 4, right? Like, wait, 3, 4, right, it's index 3, 4. So I can say list, well, element equals to list. So I want to store like I want to store one of them outside so that I don't overwrite them. So I want that to be like the first index. Second is better actually. Second index, and then I want to list of like first index, second index to equals to the list of first index, and then I want a list of first indexed to be equals to the element, and then return the list. Cool. That's my second function. I need another space. Good. And then my last function, which is exchange. So I need to take the list. I need to take element 1, element 2, and then but how do I search for them? Do I have a function for that?
The way that I thought about it, or do you, hold on, I have the answer, so I can do that. Hold on a second.
So, if without like I think we have that function somewhere, but if for I in length of the
That's what I was thinking.
range
But let me
length
check.
of the list. I think there's like a built-in function, but I'm not good at having built-in function in my brain because I can always Google them, so
Yeah.
I'm not like remembering them or anything. But for list, and then I equals to, well, so if I equals to element 1 double equals to element 1, then I'll store its range. I'll store its index. Element L1 ID x is equals to I, and then if list I is, excuse me, is equals to element.
Is it swap or exchange that you're asking about? Exchange.
Exchange. So I'm trying to see like whether that element is in the list or not.
Okay.
L2 ID x equals to I. So so that's it. So then later I can call on swap and then pass the list and then pass the element index into it. Just playing tricks here. This is and then return. So I'm looping through the list and then trying to find their index, and then later I'm swapping those index.
Dot index.
Dot index?
Yeah. That'll return the index of the do you see it?
No, that's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Um,
No, that's like the main function. This is a shuffle function. I think they did this. Okay, right. So can you do that? This is like cheating. I'll just do my thing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
But step does split. Okay. And then I'll write my main function. Or like question 1. Q1. And then I'll take in, so my Q1 takes in to be shuffled. Did you time? Did you time it? I forget how long.
Nope.
Okay.
My bad.
Can I check on how long we're point through? I don't think there's a.
I think it'll stop recording if you do that.
Yeah. Okay. And then element to be shuffled, and then my steps. Okay. So in my steps is also a list, and then if for I in range of length of the list steps, right? So if do that, then I'll say steps I, and then I'll parse it. Parse. Can I do that? Steps, step equals to. Okay, I can do that. Cool. And then so the first one, like the zero index. The zero index is my operation. Operation is equals to my step. The step 0, and then my takes is either 1 or 1, 2, both 1, 2, or only 1, right? So if so my logic is like if there is like 2 things, oh no, if it equals to swap. Okay, so if OP equals to swap, then call on the swap function. So call on the swap function. I'll give it a list to be shuffled. I'll give it the first element, which is step 1, and then step 2. And then if it is else if the operation is equals to exchange, it's exchange to be shuffled step 1, step 2, right? Else if equals to rotate, I'll just give it rotate. I'll just give it I'll call on rotate, and then I'll parse the list, and then the step 1. Cool. Return the list to be shuffled. However, this is only do it once, and then this is like doing it for other list. And however, I think so this returns a list, so I need to reset the list to that. So I think I'll do this list equals to be shuffled, and I'll replace all of these, and then I'll store them into back to the list again. Excuse me. Right, cool. So let me write a comment. It's chosen the according operation by calling on the function. All right. So let's try this. This is scary. Oh, so this function should call shuffle. Good. Okay. And then if I can call this step name, and then let's just do this. And then what's happened with the steps? Oh, this is weird. Okay, cool. U2, which is also weird. So I need to write if. Dang, how is that?
What are you looking at?
So there is like a starting statement over here. Let me think about that. What is that starting function?
Oh, I don't know Python at all.
No. So let me open one of my recent projects. Open a new window so that I can check it. If name that thing. Okay, cool. So I'll call on that. Let me run this function. Actually, let me print this function. Well, I need a simple function actually. I need something relatively easier. So I think I'll do this. Baby example equals to this, and then if I can call on it by saying by doing all of these that it does, rotate baby example, and then 3, and then swap baby example. MNN. Okay, 0 and 3. Or I can exchange the baby example of B and E. Okay, and let me print them. I feel like my coding is like still pretty naive. Like there are better functions that just do it more prettier than this. Yeah.
I think it's really nicely organized.
I don't know. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's run this. Okay, shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Bum, 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 bum. So string is not interpreted as integer, which I did. So this is this line. Wait, did I call it the wrong one? Rotate times range of times. Wait, range. What happened? Oh, so did I do it backward? Can I do this then? Okay, so this is out. Okay. Let's see.
Thank you.
So, okay, let me check my samples here. So I should, so for the first one, I should have like C, D, E, A, B, and then I have C, D, E, A, B, and then I have C, D, E again. That means I forget to erase them. So after the, excuse me, which one did I call? I called the swap one. Oh, it should be rotate actually. Yes, rotate. So for this, and then let me delete that. So let list dot not clear, not insert, remove. What's X? Oh, X as in like remove like the last 3 one. So minus times. Can I do that? I don't think I can do that. So let me remove the last one. Remove the how last one. Can I do that? I think I can. Let's do it again. Okay, X is not in the list, so it's not remove. It's not remove. List dot insert. How can I remove the last few?
I don't know.
Well, one thing I can do is like that through the length of the list. Well, through length.
Dot remove.
Remove
Oh,
two.
delete.
Yeah, okay.
DL.
Okay, let me do this again. Okay, cool, I got this. So I
Yeah.
just returned like with only the length of the original one.
Okay.
I bet there are
smart.
better functions, but I this is like what I have on top of my mind that just works.
Yeah, that works.
So I think the same problems also happen to this. Let's see. So for the swap one, I should have DBCAE, and then I have weirdly a DE. Why? So I was swapping 0 and 3, which 0 didn't move. This moves. And then A, B, C, D, E, Y, C, D, E. Okay, so first of all, those things should be removed. but there's something's wrong with that. So swap element of second index, print element. I also want to know the print of the first thing. First IDX. And then print list of second IDX. So first, and then second. Okay. Right, let's try this. Something's wrong here. Okay, so the element that I was storing is E, the second thing, which the third one should be D, right? Right? What's second now? What? Why? And then the first thing is B, which is weird because this is 0. Why? I'll just -1, but I cannot think of why at this moment. Let's try this again. So the first one is E.
E, but then the second's also E.
But the second one is also E. This is just driving me crazy. But here, this one is A, which is what I wanted. So I want A to swap with E. 0, wait, excuse me. Want 0 to swap with 3. 0 to swap with 3. Excuse me, 0 to swap with 3. 1 should be A and 1 should be D, right? So I think this is correct, actually. Wait, what? Why? Oh, because it was printing twice. Okay. But still, yeah, the first element should still be the first element. Yeah, okay, cool. So I think that's correct. Let me do it again. So it's A, and the first thing is C, which should be D. Wait, excuse me. Second index is 3, right? 3 is D. Baby example. Why?
Is it?
This is driving me crazy. So first index. Okay, let me comment those out. And then, excuse me. And then let me print baby example. And then let me print my first index and second index. First and second without actually swapping it. And then let's see. So the first one is A, the second one is D, which is correct. Cancel. Which is correct. So, and then the output is also correct. DB, right? DBCAE.
Yeah.
Why, people? It should. Okay. Alright. Alright, that works. Did I change baby example? No, I didn't. Alright, so this one and then exchange. Let me comment those two out, and then let me also print baby example. Baby sample. Alright. I'm just gonna actually ignore this. Make it clearer. So the third one should be AECDB. AECDB. Yay!
Nice.
Okay, wonderful. So I got all of those words. So I just like comment out all this baby sample I have. Let me do this one. So it was saying like string do not have the attribute of parse. So what should it be? It should be split. Okay. So it should be split. Split. Right. Let's try this again. List indices must be integers or slice, not string, which is indicating to there. The second thing. So let's call on that, and then for swap, so let's print this. Print OP and step 1, step 2. Okay, so I need to stringify it. str. I can do this, right? Yes, I can. So let me do this. Step 1, step 2. Right. This is 2. This is also 2, and then so exchange is actually like string. Rotate is also a number. So this is also 1. Okay, cool. Let's do this again. List must be integers. Well, yeah, this one is swap. I thought, oh, so I should end that. Why did I stringify it? Oh my god, my brain. Right, this should work. Yay! Okay, this is too. Why is this so long? Oh, because our example is long. Okay, let's. Which is wrong? Right. So let's do this. I'm gonna print. So I'm gonna print the steps. We have steps, and then and then I'm gonna also print the list, and then so we can see it stepwise. How can I print this into line? Print. Okay, that's good. And then I'll print I as well, so that we know eventually what's happening. And then I will uncomment. I will delete this. Good. Yay. Okay. So swap 15 and 10. Let's work backward. Because it was because it was returned to be shuffled. It was not returned in the list. Okay, so let's compare this one actually. HPDLAIMOEBGCFJN. Yay!
Nice. Hell yeah.
Good. Okay, so those are not needed. Let's run this again. We're done.
Excellent.
Cool.
Okay, so now question 3.
2.
2. Oh, 2, right.
2. Right, step of real shuffling function is more complicated. It's given in a data file. If you apply those steps to the list of A to P, as in the second example, what's the where's the A to P? Oh, this one?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking the data file as like
the steps.
As like the steps.
Right, so the to be shuffled is gonna stay the same, and then you're gonna.
Oh, okay. So my list is the same. It's just my steps is changing.
Exactly.
Okay, go. Cool.
Those are your steps now.
Wow. Ouch. Okay, so let me do this. Def Q2. How to import a data file? just comment this. Question 1, and then my question 2. Question 2. I'm almost ashamed to ask that question because that's how I do my research, but
What question?
Steps. So if I can, no, it's not import. It's like
yeah, input file
okay.
equals.
So if I can do input files, okay. So input files file equals to open data.txt and then input file, good. And then I can steps equals to input file dot read line, and then that's it. Let me print step. Okay, I'm gonna comment all of my first question now. And then let me run this. I just want to see like my steps are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like my okay, it's only one of them, so it's not right. So lines.
Include this,
okay,
yeah.
S.
And
so,
just do
and then just do all of them
right.
like that.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Good. But there's like an N back there, which I don't get. Why is there an black?
That's the.
Oh, that's like the
right,
next
yeah.
line kind
Yeah.
of thing. What can I do? How can I ignore that? How can I? Actually, can I do steps dot split and then print this? It's not. Oh. So how can I make it to a list? Oh, okay. So, step for I in. Okay. For step. Okay, so I'm doing a line thing, and then let me just print this to see whether it works or not. Well, they sort of works. And then let me split that. Can I? Oh, so it needs to be like each one of them split. But like this \n doesn't matter. Read file. Parse. \n. This one?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's
Oh, wait,
exactly
what
I do. Oh, so line dot. Okay, so I can do this. So I can dot r strip \n. Wonderful. Okay, so I can print that, and we should be fine. Yay! Okay. Cool. And then that's my steps.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just cut on the shuffle to be shuffled, and then steps. Okay, good. Let's run this. Why? Because I didn't print it. Print it. Wonderful. Yay. Okay. If you apply those to, what's the resulting list? So this is my resulting list. What's like a
what is this supposed to return? Oh, here.
Mhm.
Original A through P. Answer K N M D F O I J C B P G H L E A.
That's not what I got.
No.
Nope.
Let me make sure that's the right one I'm looking at. Wait. Did you get B K G C?
Yes, I did get that.
D.
DEFIHOLNPMJA.
Yeah. Wait. Why does he have two? What?
2 part 2. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's the part 3, actually.
Okay, pretend I didn't tell you the answer to that.
Well, even if I know it doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
It's like I can remember.
Yeah, so you're right.
20
You're right.
digits.
Nice work.
Yay!
Okay, so
Okay,
now go
step
on to
3.
Question 3.
Question. How many times do I have?
How much time do you have?
3. Let me comment this out again.
I would say about 15 minutes because I think we were going for about 15 minutes before you said something about the time, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'd say around 15.
This is not cool.
Sorry, Justin.
I mean, I don't think he has time to do all of this. Actually, yeah. Okay. So, question 3. You're not convinced that the shuffling algorithm is quite as random as it's supposed to be. To prove your point, you're gonna take the list of A to P, which we had up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To shuffle it 1 billion times. That is your second shuffle. Would be start with from the first shuffle. Okay. What's the list after 1 billion shuffles? So by having this, right, that means I should not take a brute force. Like, I should not run it like how many times? 1 billion times. This is just too much.
Yeah.
Like, even not like a good AWS or something. Okay, so instead of doing that, let me read the data file and see if there's like a trend or something. So we got swap, exchange, swap, rotate. Yeah, that's too much to read. I'll just examine those 2, actually. Question 1. Well, actually, that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is I want to see my question 2 result because we're based off of that. And then I want to compare like my to be shuffle and my result list to be shuffled and see if there's a trend or something. Okay, so my A is at the back, and then my B, C, D, E is not, it's only move back 1, and I insert a I. I think I switched I and G at some point. Wait, so C, D, E, F is actually not moving. It's only moving back once. Wait. And then what? J, O. How can I know if it is like shuffling or something?
Maybe. So you know that you're not going to be able to run it 1 billion times.
Mm-hmm.
So. Maybe look for a pattern, but with multiple shuffles rather than just one.
Ah, that's clever. Okay, so let me do this for I in range 5, well 10, let's do 10. And then let's print shuffle. Oh my god, list. Okay, this is not what I want. I want this list. Well, actually, list equals to be shuffled, and then list and then I want to say steps, which is the step we have here, and then I want to do it 10 times, but each time I want to rename the list, and then let me print the list. Actually, let me also print the time. And then I'm gonna comment this out. Ew, excuse me. I'm gonna say there's like a 0. Okay. Let's do this. Yay! Okay. So A, B, C, good. K, I, P, L, A, G, K. Okay, I'll print more times. 30. Good. Okay, so how many A we have here? Bye. Oh, that's actually not A. Okay, let's looking for some pattern. P.
Do it a few more times.
A few more times.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Let me do like a 50.
Yeah.
Okay. Shortcut doesn't work. Good. A, B. Well, so I should. Wait, why is this 0?
Are you looking for just A's, or maybe where it goes?
Yeah, I
like
want to
A,
see.
then B, then C.
Yeah,
Maybe look for that.
I'm trying to do that, but let me do one thing. I +1. Yeah, I need that. Good. I'm just trying to make a marker so that I can see it clearly instead of like feeling it's like all.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure I'm not like pointing
weird
in the wrong
things.
direction.
A, G, P. Wait. C. Let me actually do this. Okay, that's actually not too bad. So how can I know? Yeah, I think A is like pretty random.
What did you say?
Yeah, I'm trying to find patterns, so. Ouch. How random is this? So.
I might have pointed you the wrong way. What's that?
But this shuffling is just. This is like there's a pattern or something.
Okay, so.
There should be. Right. It's unlikely that you can reuse your solutions, which is understandable. I mean, to shuffle algorithm, not easy to reduce the number of. Yeah, as I can see. What would it mean for shuffling to be non-random? What happened over multiple shuffles? There should be. It's like reoccurring or something. If you have figured out when the shuffle repeats itself, you can skip forward for many remaining shuffle. But it doesn't repeat itself at this moment.
It doesn't repeat itself to the first
one?
Iterate, like the first thing that you put in, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't repeat, because it could be repeating a different
in
line.
the middle.
Yeah.
Or something?
Yeah, okay. So compare.
Okay, compare and contrast. Sure.
But I don't think you're going to be able to do it by looking.
Right. Okay. And that way. It's actually also too much to just. So, no, yeah, I don't want to do that too. If it is a searching algorithm, it'll be too much to just read itself by. So I should. So if it is not random, that means like it goes back to one of the steps, right? That means those two outputs should be exactly the same.
Yes.
And to be exactly the same, I need to look for those two numbers, like how many steps they're apart. And to do that, I should, if I can compare like the new one to like the old one, but I think it's too much to search. What can I do? Can I just do it like 100 times?
Store the order in a list. The index of that order
Then
is
just
the
generate
shuffle.
it.
So first one's the orders.
So like, it'll be just too much to search. What else can I have? Can I do?
He kind of skips over how he does that. I don't know. So you have to compare. So every time you shuffle, you're seeing a new list, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to compare each new one to the ones you've already shuffled, right?
Mm-hmm.
To find if it's a repeat or if it's not. So is there like a
okay, so I can make a. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm kind of just brainstorming with you here.
Okay.
Sorry. Maybe if you try.
So what I can do, a naive solution would be to add the new list into like another list. Excuse me. List. Excuse me. List dot append list. Right. That's what I can do, and then I can write a for loop for I in all list. Excuse me. So I can list if all list I is equals to double equals to the list. Oh, excuse me. Equals to the list, then print. And the I, well, the I and the I is enough, and well, there shouldn't be two I. J, and I actually need to print I and J. Well, J and I is better. J and I. And
like
then
5 minutes.
Sure. And then else. Add it. Well, actually, I want to add it anyway. So, let's print that. My computer is actually not so slow.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gone pretty fast. I just throw a billion in there. We'll wait for it.
And then just type it, like I care. I just want to double check that it enters the list, and then my list is like correct. How can I do that? List enter. List. Well, what I can do is just so bad. I can do that. Okay, so it doesn't enter the list. It doesn't enter the in all list because of this. Okay, let's do this again.
Or you're not printing the list?
No, I'll just add to be shuffled. There must be integers or slices, not list. What? Why? Why can't it be a list? It can be a list of lists.
So let's just talk through the rest if you did find a cycle. So say say the 79th and the 37th were the same.
Dang.
What would you do with that?
Oh my god, can you just give me like 5 more minutes? I can do this. I can do this.
Okay.
Just this is my list. So it's saying this part. That should be okay. Dot equals. Equals. Okay, so it's telling me that this is like unutterable, which is weird. Why not? Why not? So if you can, wait. Should be double equal. Double equal is correct because we're comparing the location, memory address, and this is okay. That's fine. Print that, which is also good. This is the testing cases. The shuffles. It's just those. So it said it cannot add. This is weird. Why not?
Do you want to just talk through the rest?
Yeah.
I do have to take my sister to the train station at like 2:30. So
okay. Give me 1 sec. If this doesn't work, then
okay.
I'll just talk through. Okay, so I think this is like a Python 3 point something problem. Like
blame it on Python.
Yes,
sure.
I am. Like because I'm pretty sure like 2 point something definitely works. Like you can index like a list.
Oh.
So this is weird.
Okay.
But all right.
Do a just list them out and then look at.
Okay.
Look at
so
79 and 37. Because he says, for example, let's say we just shuffled for the 79th time to discover that the result is the same as the 37th shuffle. I think that's him saying that 79 and 37 are the same.
I think so. Let's just do that. And let me comment out this. Nope. What's up? Okay. I'm just comment you out too. And then let me comment all of you out. And I'm good. Alright, it also doesn't need to be like 1,000 times. Okay, good. That's good. Right, so what's it again?
79 and 37.
79.
IBKLP. What is 37. IMNBD. Oh, Justin.
Unless we have different index.
Um,
Okay, let me just 37, you said?
37 and 79.
Okay, good. Then it can only be this. Let's just copy it into like a new text. New file.
Scratch.
Scratch.txt. Okay, and the other thing is
79.
79. Okay, good. So we can have you down, you there, I don't care. And then one of them should be overlapped somehow. Which they didn't! Surprise! I think my shuffling algorithm
I'm
is
like really confused. Okay. Do you want to just be done? Like you made it really far. You did great. You did really, really good, dude. You did really good. I would give you an A+. I would hire you on the spot. I'm not even kidding. I would hire you right now.
I'll just stop it.
Dude, I cried halfway through mine.
You're fine. How to stop this?
It's the button at the top.
This one.
Oh,
this